Hello Chiefs, and welcome back to the Blueprint YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at some amazing hits from this big matchup between two of the best teams in the world, Queen Walkers and VATANG. Hopefully this will be a fixture in the Worlds this year, because these two teams have been at the top for the past 2 years or so. And there were some really cool hits in this war, so it'll be interesting what they did and break it down for you. So first we have Gaku coming in, and it looks like he's coming in with the new meta Queen Charge Dragon Riders. So we actually made a video on the Dragon Riders, so it's cool to see more people are using it. And here he is, he's just coming in with a Queen Charge. He does get a partial CC pull by handles as well. Queen fortunately goes for the one headhunter that's not in the freeze, which is good. So it looks like he's going to charge this multi and this town hall, but he still has 2 more wall breakers. So let's see what he does with them, because if you get into where that expo is, you can reach so much of the base from there, or even into a CC compartment you can reach that scatter, and that's so much value from a Queen Charge that it won't really leave much of the base to kill. So let's see. So he's raging the Queen because he's into 2 ground expos. Let's see how he handles the town hall. He smartly uses the Invisi, because this means all the damage is off the Queen, because he would have only been able to freeze the town hall there, so his Queen would have still been under 2 expos. So that Invisi spell is really well used. You guys should take notes of when to use Invisi spells and when to use freezes. Sometimes it's better to use one or the other, but it's always good to have at least one Invisi spell in your attack, because they're such a flexible spell to use. And now he's coming in with the Stone Slammer. His Slammer doesn't really get anything, it just pops straight on the first defense. So he kind of swagged it, and all the loons from it died, so you could say that was swagged, but he's coming in with the Dragon Rides to get the Eagle down early. This Queen is under a lot of fire. It looks like she might go down here, but she is tanking that scatter. Oh, he actually decides to freeze the RC and the scatter. This is so the Queen can get the RC, because as we talked about in the previous video, Dragon Riders don't target heroes, so it was key for that Queen to get the RC, otherwise our RC would have been stuck on it. But it looks like this base is pretty crushed right now. He's still got a couple Dragon Riders and there's not many defenses to kill them. He's still got the RC as well. So yeah, he just uses the freeze to be safe there, but he probably could have swagged it. And as you can see, even though the Queen died, she got enough value for the Dragon Riders and RC just to go through the base. So that was a really nice attack by Gaku. And now we have Yuta coming in with a more conventional Queen Charge Lalo. This is still very strong in the meta. We've seen like a 50-50 split actually between Queen Charge Lalo and Queen Charge Dragon Riders. It's interesting to see what bases people use them on and for what reason. So, because they are pretty interchangeable if I'm honest, because they do achieve the same things. It's just with the Dragon Riders you don't need as much pathing as you do Lalo, because for Lalo you definitely need pathing, otherwise you have to force the pathing, and forcing pathing can be hard. But for Dragon Riders they just go through the base, so it's up to the player if they want to do the skilled Lalo or the so-called spam Dragon Riders, but both are very powerful in this meta. So these 2 freezes are actually pretty crucial, because he lured the headhunters early, and that would have been very dangerous to the Queen. But with the freezes he was able to negate that damage, and also negate the damage from the Expo and the scatter. So once again we're seeing very well used spells by Queen Walkers. Some people probably would have panicked the poison there, but now you wouldn't have the poison for the Hound, and the Hound is very time consuming, especially for Queen Charges. So having the poison for it is very useful. He's actually using the King for the Town Hall. There was quite a few traps there, but it looks like his King just about got the Town Hall with the ability, which is pretty nice to see. And now he's coming in a Slammer. This Slammer is going to get a lot of value, because there's only one Arch Tower there that can really target it. And he's coming in with, he's doing so many things at once, you see. Now he's coming in with his RC at 4 o'clock. I guess this is to get the multi. He's got one Invisi Spore. He actually used an Invisi on the Queen because the healer was getting targeted and the Queen was under a lot of damage, which is actually pretty smart. So let's see if the RC still nope, the RC dies pretty early, so maybe it was the right call to use it, but the Queen still had the ability. but the queen would have died here, so maybe it was the right call to use Invisi on the queen, because now the queen can keep on carrying on and getting even more value. And all that's left to Lalo is 2 multis, and he's still got a Warden ability and a haste for them. So it's not really much to get through. He will end on the multi though, which is kind of scary. But he's got this one Dragon Rider, which is pretty interesting to see. That's actually getting a lot of value. I guess that came out of Slammer. But including a Dragon Rider on your Lalo can be crucial, because you can like path them into certain buildings where the loons wouldn't path, and it's pretty safe that they get it. And now we have Lanzalotta of VATANG coming in with another Queen Charge Lalo. So let's see how he does it. There are various different ways to approach the Queen Charge Lalo still. So it's all depending on the player. Some players like Charge Town Hall, some players like the Blimp. Others are like you saw Yuta like to use the King for Town Hall. It's all just depending on the base and the player, and how much value you want from your siege machine or your heroes. Sometimes it is better to just use the Blimp, especially if you can pull the CC, because pulling the CC outside of the base makes the Queen Charge so much easier instead of handling in the middle of the base where all the DPS is. His Queen looks like he's walking up. I'm not sure if he planned this. I'm guessing by that wall breaker he did, but that is an interesting angle. So let's see if he meant it, and if not, if he can adapt to it. I wonder if he's just gonna walk past the Town Hall and then Blimp the Town Hall behind the Queen. It does look like, yep, it looks like that's what he's gonna do. He does still have one more wall break, so let's see if he uses that for the King or for the Queen. So this is actually more conventional, where they just walk past the Town Hall, because charging a Town Hall can be very hard sometimes, especially with the poison, because if the Queen ends up in poison and then the healers follow, the healers can end up dying, especially if there's a tornado or a lot of air traps around the poison. So now he's coming into his compartment, and the CC, we're seeing a lot more damage CCs in this meta as well, just because it's better against all the air spam, because the Hound doesn't do anything against the air spam hit. This King is actually taking out the scatter just before he dies, which is amazing value by a King. So let's see if Lanzalotta tries to wall break his Queen in again. He should be blimping behind the Queen, I'd assume. Or is he gonna blimp behind the Lalo? Let's see. But he's killed both the Queen and the enemy RC, so there's really nothing left to Lalo. There's 2 multis and that's about it. He does have the blimp coming behind the Queen, which is what I said. This is kind of risky because he got no Warden ability for it, but the healers have already pathed across where the blimp would go, so it's kind of hard for it to trigger any traps. And look at all the spells he has for the Lalo. He has 2 rages and 3 freezes, and it is kind of a bit of a messy Lalo because all his Lalo is now clumped up, which is not what you really want. But he still has the RC with the Lalo, so RC with Lalo is very strong because she can clutch a lot of the defenses and just helps to overwhelm the base. So that was a really nice hit by Lanzalotta. Hopefully we get to see more of his hits, because he's actually one of the most creative attackers when it comes to Queen Charges from what I've seen. And then we have one more attack. This is actually Europe coming in. If you look at the time, 1 minute 55, that's how quick of a hit this was. And this is a Queen Walk into a P.E.K.K.A Smash with Super Wizards. So this is a very popular attack at the moment, especially on ring bases, but it's interesting to see it on the anti-3, especially with 2 singles. So let's see how he attempts it. He's using the Warden to help keep his Queen up, otherwise she was in a lot of DPS. And now he's just coming in with a smash. It was a very short Queen Walk, and it was just to set the funnel and to make sure everything goes into the base. One of the P.E.K.K.As actually went with the King, which isn't the worst thing because it just means more DPS on the outside, which means you get a stronger push on the inside because the flank is so strong. And it looks like he's just going to jump into the core of the base, and from here he can reach pretty much everything apart from the multi on the back end. So he doesn't have another jump, so it'll be interesting how he handles that. He's doing the blimp behind where the healers went, but without the Warden ability. So this can be a bit scary, but there's nothing to really target apart from that Builder Hut and the Town Hall. And yep, the blimp makes it. I'm assuming it's Sneaky Goblin CC, which is what we're seeing a lot in current attacks, because it is the safest CC to take out town halls with there being so many traps around the tour. There's a tornado, so they're expecting a blimp from that angle and not where Europe did it from. But pretty much the base is already gone. Look at his flank is still going, his king is still alive, and now he's got the RC coming in to take out what, 2 to 3 defenses, and that's all she had to do. So that was a really nice attack by Uruk and really clean, so GG to him. All of his attacks are really nice, and it's nice to see like a lot of different attacks in the meta. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.